Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man, giving you the truth. Giving you the truth, giving you information you can use. Not just overhyping myself on here. You know, I'm going to make a video about that. But I don't know about y'all, but this social media stuff is getting like really boring. All it is a bunch of people. Most of them overhyping themselves. Some of them like you, some of them don't. They gravitating towards the people who appear to be more popular, but the people who appear to be most popular is, in a lot of cases, is idiots, morons, spazzes. They just might dress nice or appear to be successful, or to me, I don't know about you, but to me, just having money does not make you successful. I look at everything. Like, I look at how you carry on, how you treat other people, so on and so forth. But we kind of got on a soapbox. We're going to get on that soapbox later with my flat hat. I don't know why my hat does that. You know, it's hair all in there. But I want to talk about finances on a couple of these videos today. Like, we're gonna get in a wide range of topics. I might make like 4 or 5 videos today, but on this one I want to talk about housing, like paying rent, mortgages, living with people, so on and so forth. Like, this is the biggest expense, and this expense has more of a toll on your life than you think. And I want to ask the question and answer the question: rent or own? Rent or a mortgage? Rent or paying cash for a house? Where do I lean in that conversation? I lean towards ownership, and here's why. Because in my lifetime, how my credit got messed up was, in part, was the housing aspect. Like, I had an eviction some years back. And it's like, you better off paying a mortgage. And then that way, if you get behind, they'll keep calling you. But as long as you keep paying on that mortgage and eventually get it caught up, they won't try to put you out the house. Whereas renting, eventually, if things go wrong, you're gonna get put out the house. So, me personally, I don't like it. I don't believe in it. And there's been times in the past where you could, like, I told the landlord, like, I told him one time, I said, I was late 6 times out of 56 payments. And you did all of that. You made all them threats. Because that's what they do. And you can't blame them because they're in it for business. So you need to be in it for business and don't do it. Like, if you get along, if you young, let's say you 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, you young. You get along with your parents, or you got somebody you get along with that you can help them out by kicking them a little cash while you sock yours away. Just do that until you can either pay cash for a house, or if you go rent, I wouldn't advise it, but if you do, try to have at least a year's worth of whatever your rent payment is. And don't spend it. Just leave it in there for any emergency or for your rent payment. But if you got somebody like you and your parents get along, just throw them about, talk to them, say, you know, I'd rather help you out while I try to get my stuff together and be able to buy me a house. Like, some of y'all, you comfortable living in the hood. Me, my personality, like, I don't want to live around desperate people. Like I'll live, like, where I live now is not the best. But it's not like what irks me. Like, it's not thieves come through there because they did, mess with my car. But it's not surrounded by them, Like, it's where I live at, it's some people that are good people and they don't bother you, they don't bother your stuff, got their own money. But then there's some that come through there because it's also renters over there. So that's why I say that. Like, if you can, you 25 or something like that. And I talked to one of my subscribers, like, down the light, me and him was talking about some things through email. And what I want to tell you, if you watch this, and the rest of my younger subscribers, if you can, especially if you live like in a town where it's not a lot of opportunities, if you don't have a job, just take any job that they'll give you. And if you know somebody where you could just kick them down a couple hundred and they'll leave you alone, they'll let you do your thing and just stack, if you making 10 an hour, let's say it's not the best wage, but let's say you're making $10 an hour and you get along with your parents, stuff like that. That's $400 a week. Just kick down $100 per week, save $200 and live off the other $100. Buy yourself some food, buy a shirt here and there. Then next week come along, buy you some jeans or whatever, the bottoms, whatever you wear. And then, just keep doing it that way. Over time, like if you save $200 a week, that's $800 a month. That's $800 a month. That's $9,600 a year. Now, like I said, if you're comfortable with living in a questionable area that you can secure your belongings, maybe get security door, just start out that way. Like you got $9,600, just keep going for like a year and a half. Year and a half will be $14,100. If you save $200 a week, you can find a foreclosure for like $7,000. Get you a nice inspection on it. Send Orco in there, make sure ain't no electrical or roof problems. If it just look bad on the outside, just save up and have somebody come along and paint it in the spring. But if the heat work, no roofing problems, water heater's good, like the basics, you could do that for a little while, and then maybe towards the end of that year or the next spring, you'll have even more money. You could just keep moving up in a house. And now you got a property. Now you could find somebody that won't mind living there, that'll pay you rent. Or, again, you can save your money and just move somewhere better. Move somewhere with more opportunities. Like, to move, you probably could get away with a move if you're young. If you're young, it's gonna be easier for somebody to get you a job. Like, and for starters, if you got a car and a driver's license, you can go to Labor Ready, People Ready it's called, and just take those daily payouts until, you find a more secure job. Then after you find a secure job, you could either keep doing both, or you can just work your secure job. But it's no excuses, man. Because as long as there's companies like People Ready, you can get your daily living expenses somewhat taken care of. Like you can, like most of if you move, let's say you move to like Texas or Arizona, you can get those assignments that'll pay you $100 a day. If you come down there with 5,000, you know, and you doing that while you looking for something else, and you say, okay, well, on such and such days, I'm just gonna be applying. I ain't gonna work the assignments. Like Sundays, for instance, or the weekend, you could just stay in your hotel room or wherever, your apartment, and just apply. Or go to the library somewhere, do it on your smartphone. But housing is the biggest expense, and it's gonna take the most toll on your whole financial outlook. So you want to be mindful of that your whole life. Like, start in your 20s, man. Start in your 20s. See, what I did, I was behind from the beginning, because I was doing certain things out here in these streets. And then when I started changing my life, I still had those bills, so I was kind of behind for a while. And then when I finally started catching up, I had to learn how to deal with slower money. So that housing expense, me personally, I would say try to own, if you're a patient person, just find, if you live at home right now and y'all ain't having no issue, no problem, have a sit down with them, tell them what you're trying to do. Tell them you want to try to own your own house, and tell them, just be look at the foreclosures list in your area. Because if the job market is bad, then the housing is going to be cheap. So you can get a foreclosure, like I said, send Oracle in there, make sure it don't need nothing that's going to be too costly, and then fortify it, secure it. Get you an ADT, get you a Ring doorbell, so these bums can go to jail, what they like the most. I've seen it. They be all sad. I told some guys, I said, the thing about you, I said, I don't believe you sad because you messed up again. I told him, I said, I believe you sad because you can't bother nobody's stuff while you in here. The truth hurts. People won't like you over that truth, man. I'm telling you, it could be somebody you ain't never got into it with. If you tell the truth and they ignorant like that, they not gonna like you. So yeah, I would say own. If you got to start out small, you got to start out in a more questionable area. It's kind of questionable, but you can secure your belongings. Start out that way, and then just keep moving up to a better area, rent that out, move up, But anyway, we're going to end this video because I want to talk about transportation next. This is The Truth, man. The channel is the No Matrix. No mishandling your funds, man, because it'll come back to bite you. Believe you me, I'm telling you, it'll come back to bite you. You got to be saving every step of the way. I don't care if it's $1, like if it's $5. Anytime you get money, you should keep some of it and refuse to spend what you keep. If you're around people that's horrible with money, that's just gonna look at what you got and ask you, don't tell them. Don't tell them what you got. So we gonna get into some other things. We gonna end this video. Just the All Subjects channel. That's why we talking about housing on this video. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button and keep tuning in for more videos.